eyes on the way I vibe when I walk into the room. Wind blows underneath the soles of my brand new pair of shoes. I got the attention, I'm on a mission. No sweat in the way I step, I got a fresh new attitude. Oh my, 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 oh my, my, my. Call me a king, you can buy me a crown. Oh my, 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 oh my, my, my. I'm leveled up, and this is my world now. This is my world now. So anyone who try to write me off, tell them they can go and write this down. This is my world now. New look, got the ladies shook. New watch saying it's my time. These magazines wanna feature me, cause they know I'm on the rise. But the attention, I'm on a mission. Cause ever since I flipped that switch, my power can't be denied. Oh my, 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 oh my, my, my. Call me a king, you can buy me a crown. Oh my, 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 oh my, my, my. I'm leveled up, and this is my world now. This is my world now. So anyone who try to write me off, tell them they can go and write this down. This is my world now. Pay attention, I'm on a mission. I'm there with a vision. Got a passion, making it happen. Ready for action. And this is my world now.
You are on the right path. You are on the right journey. The journey of self-discovery, the journey of self-love, the journey of self-empowerment. Stay on this journey. What up, what up, what up, what up? And just like that, we are back in this work. Let's be clean today. But what I really wanted to say is we are back in this bitch, boy. Let's talk. And of course, it's Tuesday. Last night I was here for 3 hours and I told you that I would be back tomorrow, which is today. And I'm here because I will be busy Wednesday through Sunday. And so I'm here to put in my time. I'm here to talk to you and to get this energy going. I myself am experiencing a heavy outpouring of my sex energy, of semen retention. My pelvic floor area is very heavy, very tense. It's been palpitating. It's been throbbing. But as you know, what I preach is you capitalize on your retention days. You capitalize when the energy is high. You put the work in. You make change when the energy is high in you. When you feel inspired, motivated, that's when you put the work in. Because for many of us, a relapse is always around the corner. That's the nature of it, right? Let's be honest. The nature of this journey is the semen is going to come out one way or another. And so let's not spend a lot of time being concerned with talking about finding way to solve and wasting a whole bunch of time on when the relapse does happen or when the energy does come out. We need to switch our attention to the days when our energy is high and make that matter. Make that mean something. Trust me, it's great advice. It's the result of many years of trial and error. It's great insight because really you only have your retention days. You only have the days when your energy is high. That's when you go to the gym. That's when you make that phone call because that's when you feel bold. You don't defer it. You don't push it back. You act on it on that day. And even if that means you even needed to talk to a girl, that's the day you text her and call her. Because boldness will just flow out of you. You know? I was texting with a new chick earlier. In fact, I think I have an outstanding text. She texted me, I haven't looked at it. And I said outstanding, right? But unread, which is really outstanding. That I haven't attended to it. And so she asked me about myself. You know, I wish I could share the phone, which I could, but we're good. And she asked me to tell her about myself. I said, how about getting together and you find out? Showing is better than telling. She said facts, which a whole bunch of Z. FACT Z. I said, okay. All right, so let's do it. I guess she didn't really remember who that was. She asked me to send a picture. I sent a picture. And then she said, okay, sexy. So I said, okay, make some time. She said, okay, I will. I said, no. Make it. Let me know. Tell me. So, what am I saying? The fearlessness, the boldness, the courage. I mean, basically, the animal, the alpha, flows. It just comes out. No, I'm not gonna take. Okay, okay, will do. What is that? That's vague. What do you mean? Okay, will do. That's for boys. And I used to take that as an answer. I was like, no. Make the time. Like, think on it. Work it and let me know. I need something concrete. It's like, tell me more about yourself, because we did talk initially. No, I'm not gonna sit here and text a long text telling you about myself. So, oh, no, we don't do that no more. How about we meet and I'll show you myself, and that includes everything. That's the whole package. How about that? Showing is better than telling. Hell yeah. And so, when your energy is not high, you tend to default to fear. And so you play by the woman's rules. Tell me about yourself. Here you are telling her about yourself on the phone, texting. I was driving. And even if I weren't driving, I do a lot of typing and texting already. No. But when the energy is not high and the alpha is not so present in you, you'll be busy obeying that and saying where, I want to meet up with you so I can show you. Okay, well, I will do. No. I need a time. I need a time frame. Like you're actively deciding upon that. Okay? So, capitalize on the energy when it's high in you. That's when you need to do work. And anytime you see me here, it means that the energy is very high and I'm putting in the work. So here I am. Tonight, we are going to talk about using semen retention as a tool for problem solving in your life. So this is more practical than just inspirational and motivational. I often say, and it's one of my core beliefs about this work, that semen retention is a tool, right? Because sooner or later, some guys are going to lose the energy. So while you're retaining, it's a tool. It must be put to work. It must be applied toward something practical. That I believe. You can't find a better belief than this. You can't find a better principle than this. Because this got to be the ultimate principle, because it's a principle that's going to allow you to make something of your life. Can you imagine a better principle than this? That semen retention must be put to work. It must be put to good use, because the benefits are so crazy. You can't sit at home with all of these benefits on your lap. You can't. You can't tell me you're on semen retention because it makes you feel powerful, strong, present, dynamic, magnetic, and you're not accomplishing anything with that. You're not currently working on some goals. So then, what difference does it make between your PMO life and your NoFap life? Except that you get to boast about all of this new energy you have in you. But just as it's one of my beliefs, and I often say, we don't do semen retention just so we can have attraction power to attract female, because the females are going to come. They're going to come. Today alone, I had 2 great interactions with women. I'm talking about, calling me on FaceTime in the bathroom, just like she came out of her mom's womb, and showing me and exposing me whatever, and saying, I need this. I'm looking forward to this kind of activity. But she had to be at work too. So, and then this nurse that I met in the ER, they're going to come. That's going to come. I'm just using these as an example. It's going to come. But that's not the best thing that happened today. You know what? The best thing that happened today? I was on a podcast with a group of ladies, with one lady who works with women, who does body image work. That is building women to have unshakable self-confidence and self-acceptance in their own bodies. I was on her podcast talking about my work here, as well as my understanding of and my experience with body image having, because men have to accept themselves too, their bodies too. That was the highlight of my day, not my interactions with these women. When I lay down tonight, what I will think about the most as being the most satisfying in the day will be the podcast. Okay? not the interactions with the woman. So that's going to come. And so semen retention is a tool. Anything that generates resources is a tool. Anything that propels another object in any direction is a tool. A car, a crane, a tractor, a pulley, you name it, a truck, a trailer, a motor, a hammer, a wrench. All of those things move things. Gasoline, oil, anything that ignites, or not just ignites, anything that can apply torque power and horsepower and moves any object in any direction is a tool. Doesn't semen retention move you? Hell yeah. It's a tool. And so it's my job, because, whoever other guys are talking about, whatever they're talking about, I'm talking about whatever I'm called to talk about, whatever I have experienced in my life. And so semen retention is a tool that must be put to work. Get it done. I have three favorite phrases. Problem solving, action taking, critical thinking. You have to solve problems. You have to learn to think, and you have to learn to take action. And those are skills to develop. Don't try to get rich. I've heard trying doesn't work. Just do it. Put in the work. Yeah. Oh, hold on. Yeah. So I've heard trying anything doesn't work. Put in the work and let it be your only option, and it will work. But of course, I understand it's language, but language is important too, because the way your brain interprets trying. When was the last time you heard somebody tried and succeeded? Somebody might say, well, I tried and it worked. Maybe a key, putting a key into a lock or something. But usually the idea of trying is because there is a lack of confidence that it can really happen. But I tell you what, this is America. I don't know where you are, but most likely even if you're not in America or the UK, it's possible you can make it happen. And so in decision making, problem solving, critical thinking, and action taking, you can do what you need to do and change your life to become whatever you're seeking for your life to become. Peace. Thank you, my brother. Appreciate you. Thank you for the kind words and encouragement. And so imagine semen retention Hey, hang on a second, guys.
All eyes on the way I vibe when I walk into the room. Wind blows underneath the soles of my brand new pair of shoes. I got the attention. I'm on a mission. No sweat in the way I step. I got a fresh new attitude. Oh my, my, my. Oh my, my, my.
And so there are always obstacles, but we can work with it. We can always make it happen. Remember, like I said, on Semen Retention, you have that resilience power, and that's what I said last night on my live. Yes, definitely, I have. Of course, I've had an NEO, non-ejaculatory orgasm. So, and basically that's what I teach too. In order for you to keep your semen, you must learn to have sex without. I can't really tell you how long I can't really tell you how long it would take. But definitely past 3 months. Past 3 months, because of the fact that you need to recharge your energy supply. It needs to be recharged where now you can really feel the energy. Because it can't happen unless you really feel the energy and it's really solid inside of you. And given that you're gonna have a few relapses on your way to 90 days and past 90 days, then it might take a little bit longer to build that energy. Your sexual power, your pelvic floor must maintain a tension for you to have an NEO. Yeah, you must have that tension in your pelvic floor area. You must have that tension in your body. Like basically, you feel the energy. Your body is sensitive. Your nipples are sensitive, and you feel it moving in your pelvic area. Other than that, you're still low on energy. You won't be able to do that. And so we use semen retention as a tool to solve problems in our lives. We use it as a tool to solve problems in our lives. Because truth of the matter is, your problems are still going to be around. You're still going to have problems. In fact, you will be more aware of your problems just because now you're not running away from them. Remember, I often say an addiction is more about escapism from real life, from your problems, than it is about anything else, than it is about pleasure. Definitely not about pleasure. But it's a lot about escaping your current issues, your current problems. And so on semen retention, you have the power, you have the courage to face the problems. And so now you are more aware of your problems. So then you must learn to solve them. And to solve problems, you need to have what we call mental models. You have to have new perspectives. You have to have new philosophies, new ways of seeing situations, new ways of evaluating situations. You have to develop and build problem solving skills, because problem solving is a skill, just as decision making is a skill, just as action taking is a skill. When you learn them, then you can do them much easily. So really, this is more about changing your life, becoming more serious about your life, taking a certain direction with your life, defining a new vision for your life, than it is about, I just want to quit porn and retain semen so I can feel good and chase girls and whatever else. My message is more about changing your life. And so the first skill that you can actually learn to develop on semen retention to help you solve your problems is this. I'm going to play a clip from an audio book that I have. Actually, it's a book. It's a book called The Caballon by the Three Initiates, but we know who wrote it. And so there are some axioms there that are really mental models, ways of processing information, ways of seeing and things, so that you can solve problems. So let me play this little clip, this one axiom, and then we'll talk about it.
To change your mood or mental state, change your vibration. The Caballon. One may change his mental vibrations by an effort of will in the direct. Will directs the attention, and attention changes the vibration. Cultivate the art of attention by means of the will, and you have solved the secret of the mastery of moods and mental states.
And so the first mental model or axiom I want to talk to you about is the changing of your vibration, or the changing of your state at any given time at will. Just as he says, to change your mood, change your vibration. And you do that by an act of your will. You decide that how I'm feeling right now, how I'm operating right now, I can always access a higher level of operation. And in that moment, you decide to get out of this current state and enter a higher state. And how you do that? You just polarize your thoughts. You just change your thoughts to a more desirable state. Listen to it.
One may change his mental vibrations by an effort of will in the direction of deliberately fixing the attention upon a more desirable state.
Right. You choose to fix your attention on a more desirable state. So if you realize, man, for some reason I feel like I'm dragging. Well, with your will, you can decide to shift your attention to a more pleasant, a healthier, a more conducive, a more elevating state. And you can do that by changing your physiology. That means if you are laying down, you get up and go for a walk, you go for a run, you sit down, you go read a book, you get going, you do something that will change your current state. Unless you learn to change your current state, I'm telling you, personal power is going to be hard, because you will not know how to master your thoughts and master your moods. And so producing work will be hard. Solving problems will be hard. I know people who can't sit straight and can't stick to anything because they have no control over their thoughts. And they can't change their state. It doesn't matter how much they say they hate it, they don't like it, they want to work it, but they can't change their state. They can't snap out of their current state by switching their attention upon a more desirable state, because they're so ingrained into this current state. Of course, it takes practice, but you have to start somewhere and someday. And until you start, where there may be no hope that you will get out. And I'm telling you, mental mastery is not possible without this principle. It is not possible without this mental model. To learn to control your thoughts by learning to use your will to shift your attention, your focus from your current state to a more desirable state. And then that shift is arbitrary. That means you don't need to have proof for it. You don't need to have permission for it. It's done by an act of will. You freaking decide to do it. I like how I'm feeling right now, and I'm going to change it. I'm going to change my mood by doing some different things and by switching my mind upon a better state. The same principle will help you to leave the past in the past. Every time the past comes, you realize it, you switch your thoughts willingly. By an act of your will. You just use your will. You don't need no one to tell you. You don't need permission. You don't need proof that it's working. You don't need anybody to encourage you. You don't need anything. You arbitrarily, you know what arbitrarily means? For no other reason than you freaking want. That's arbitrary. When somebody says, oh, you know, that decision was arbitrary, that means few people were considered, if any. It was a dictatorial decision. I decide. With your will, you freaking just decide to do this. That takes it out of power. It takes it out of courage. It builds more power in you as you practice it, because you will begin to master your mental powers. Nico, what's up? Welcome back, Nico T. Welcome back, my brother. Negro Dam is my brother. Yes. Yes. Yes, sir. Thanks for keeping the conversation going in the chat. Good question. What is our will? It's a good question. So your will is a function of your mental structure. It's the part of you that can make you choose one direction over another, one thing over another. And that can happen. And here is where an argument comes. Most of your decisions are already influenced by information that you already put in. Just like right now, I'm telling you this. And if in the future you remember it and you put it to work, it would be an act of your will, but then that would be influenced by the fact that you've heard it somewhere. It's coming from your memory. It's the movement of something in you making a choice. That's what we label as will. I don't want to sit here no more. Or I'm leaving this party right now. Or I'm going to go live. That's an act of will. It's a decision. It's a choosing. It's a calling forth of something in me by myself. No doubt. And so, learning to control our thoughts. And we can do that on Semen Retention because we have the power. Our brain is sublimated with the minerals and the nutrients that feed our brain through our semen. And it's said that the brain uses 15% of our overall energy supply in the body. 15%. That's a lot. In fact, usually when people say they are tired, it's really they are mentally exhausted because they overthink. They are hyperactive mentally. Most times people say they're tired. It's not a physical tiredness. It's not a physical exhaustion. It's because they've thought so much, or mental activities happened in their brain so much that they use more than 15% of energy, and sort of like now their brain feels heavy. Their area that we call the mind feels heavy, and it's translated as tiredness. When you solve that problem, you don't get tired. I don't get tired because my body doesn't get tired and my mind doesn't get tired. I don't get tired mentally. So you don't hear me talking about being tired. So it's because most people, when they say they're tired, it's really a mental exhaustion because they use a lot of energy. Their brain uses a lot of energy for them to process unimportant thoughts or remunerations from the past, really. No good, useful thoughts. But we must learn to control this. And you can do that because you have that enhanced mental or cognitive processing right now. I mean, on Semen Retention, of course, you have that enhanced cognitive processing ability. And so you can choose to switch your thoughts, your mind from one state to another, and your brain will do it. Because you operate on higher frequency, you have the energy to do it. Remember, what we call mental fog on porn is really a lack of energy, because the overall energy supply in our body decreases, and the brain operates on a minimal supply of power. That is really the neurological and scientific explanation for the brain fog. It's partly putting a lot of stimuli, a lot of images, and a lot of confusing thoughts from the porn, a lot of stimuli, data coming in. But it's because your energy supply is so low that the brain operates sort of like on a blackout or on a dim, very feeble, weak type of energy supply. And of course, it cannot process any good information. It cannot keep you up. And so you walk around in that state like, I don't know, man, my head is not clear. Like, oh, I can't shake it off. Like, there's a fog. Like, I can't see clearly. Yeah, because you ain't got no power. It's like having a flashlight with the batteries dying. Well, but this one is gonna die very soon. It's you know how when you haven't used it in a long time, it looks like it has a lot of power, but very soon it's going to start flickering. There we go. Because I know it's been low on battery. So that's the brain that could be used to illustrate a brain fog. Very soon it's going to start shaking, start flickering, I mean. And then it goes dim, out, very dim. Then if you shut it off and you put it back on, it looks, there you go, very dim. And so it's because the energy supply is low. So I'm telling you, you have all these yes, correct. Yes, because you don't have that power to withstand the influence. It just comes in, you're like, okay, you can't even decide. It bypasses your the will part of your prefrontal cortex, because you don't have that energy to be like, whoa, no, we ain't doing this, we out of here. And so on semen retention, you have that power. Use it. I'm telling you, this is years of research, study, trial and error, and experiments. This is solid knowledge. Your semen is the biggest power supply and energy generating center. Because I didn't want to say generator. That's too small, too simple. But it's a power plant. And so you can use that to support your mental practices. The first one that I'm sharing with you tonight being the ability to switch your thoughts from a negative state to a positive state, a current state that you don't like, to a more to a better, more suitable state that you will like. And so you can do that. And you know, you need to understand, unless you learn to master your thoughts, you're really limited to what you can accomplish in this life. And we're not even talking about making $1 million type of thing. No, we're talking about simple things as, you know, you need to get up today and go drop your clothes at the laundry, or go do laundry if you do laundry, or go to the gym. Or you know you need to eat that salad and white meat today, but you can't do it. You may not be able to do it because your thoughts, you woke up on the wrong side of the bed with already negative, influential thoughts. And if you can't shake them off, if you can't ward them off, if you can't bring yourself back into a state that you find more appealing and conducive, and that works for you, then you're in deep trouble. When I wake up in the morning, that's why they call our sexual energy Christ-like energy. Correct. Because it knows our right and wrong. That is correct. It's basically what makes us godlike. Correct. Because it is the divine force in us. It is the divine energy in us. It really is what makes us. It really is what we are. It's God's life within us. Correct. It's our libido, our life force, what is God's in us. My brother, thanks. It's good to have you. Yes. Oh, that was the first one. Hakeem TV. Yes, sir. Thanks for stopping by. I think you were here last night, if I'm not mistaken. I think I kind of remember that prestigious looking user profile picture. Thank you for stopping by and thank you for the kind words. And so yes, because this is work that I have done in my life, and a man cannot teach what he hasn't learned for himself or he hasn't done for himself. There's this idea out there in the self-development world that, a lot of people are teaching people and giving speeches, but they haven't started a business and created. Whoa. You think everybody qualified to teach must have started a brick and mortar business? Who created that principle? Who created that law? You created a business and you learned some things and you can teach something, fine. But people can literally acquire knowledge through experience, learning, study, research, collecting empirical data, their own experiments, their own hypotheses, and they have a wealth of information to share. And so, yeah, I throw that out there for you guys to set you free and not listen to those guys when they say, well, a lot of guys are motivational speakers. A lot of gals on social media want to motivate people, but they haven't started a business themselves. They haven't made their first $1 million themselves. Like, whoa, who came up with that rule, bro? Before the new age world, people were speaking straight out of just studying. And so, this is the work that I have done in my life. Semen retention is a tool. It must be used as such to better your life. I respect you if you are on semen retention and you're just holding it. I respect you for doing that. But I respect you more if you are on semen retention and you're making something happen for yourself. Like, whether you're changing your life, your own life, and whether you're affecting your current community. It's a different thing. If you're on NoFap and semen retention, it's already commendable. It's already an honorable thing. But then if you're using that newfound power to make something good of your life and to touch lives out there, it's a lot more commendable. And so this is why I come here and share these ideas with you. You have to put semen retention to work. You have to put the work in for yourself. Because you don't know when the day is going to come when you're going to bust that nut. And you're going to feel low on energy and you're going to go through that refractory period. You're going to have to, to climb that high hill to get on back on your horses, to get back on that top mountaintop. Because a relapse drops you in the valley, in the valley of the beast, in the valley of the decision. And in that valley is where all the skulls and the bones and the demons, lots of people died in that valley. Once you get dropped in that valley, you're in trouble. All the negative thoughts come back. And as I'm speaking to you, my pelvic area is throbbing, like that area below my balls, literally pulsating, like throbbing. Literally. Earlier, I lay down for a nap, which I don't usually do. But I sat on my chair here after the podcast. I fell asleep. I was like, oh yeah, because I've been waking up earlier than usual. And so, yeah, the energy is going really crazy, which feels really good because I feel so powerful. Each time that throbbing, each time it bubbles like that. And I'm like, yeah, I want to kill something. I want to murder something. I want to get something done. What we need to do, we need to do something because it's bubbling. And guess what? When that energy is high, you attract women effortlessly. The women who show up, they already show up as like very sexual. And that's something to be aware of. Because right now I could easily knock somebody because the energy is high. It attracts sexual women. It attracts women who are already keyed up for the action. So there's no talking a whole bunch of weight. In fact, I was just on the phone when I was when I was waiting for my time to count down to go live. This girl called me and she said to me, no lie, you sound so sexy on the phone right now. Are you horny? Do you want to do something? I think you want to fuck. I think you want to just kill me. And I said, you're right. You are actually right on the part of I sound so sexy. Are you horny? Like, you're actually right. Because the energy is bubbling more, and that makes me more articulate. It makes me my mental processes are so on point, and so my words just go out, and there's no waste in words. Like, you have to experience it to understand it. And so when she said that, she was right. I'm like, you're right. I know right now I'm sounding very sexy. And of course, it's sexy for a woman. It's not, hello, is it me you look? No. It's like, I'm feeling your energy very masculine right now, very forward right now, very determined, very focused. That's what sexy for her is. There's a lot of power in your voice right now. There is a lot of command in your voice right now. That's what she means. That's what a woman means by sexy. You're sounding sexy right now. Like, you sound unbothered, grounded, on a mission. That's sexiness for her. Yeah, I know what you're saying. Do you feel throbbing in your spine? Not anymore. I think when I was going through that experience they call Kundalini awakening, like my first 40 days type of thing, there used to be a lot of that. But right now, it's mainly because, hedonic adaptation, our bodies eventually adapt to the energy, where it's having the same effect physically, but it's not registering in your brain. And you don't understand that. And this is why people can experience pain and they tolerate it because they're so used to it. The pain is there physically, it's doing the damage physically, but it no longer registers in the brain. So that's what happens. It's still doing its thing in my body, but it doesn't register in my brain no more because my system has adapted to it. But the pelvic floor, the area below the balls, is that boiling point. It's where it all sits. So that throbbing, you feel it. It's like it's a bubble. In fact, sometimes, depending on how I'm sitting on a chair, when it bubbles, I feel the chair shake. I feel the chair vibrate. Because, depending on what kind of chair I'm sitting on type of thing. And I love it because it just makes me want to just go out there and find something and break it in half. Like, I'm looking for things to do. Like, yo, I'm focused, man. Like, I ain't got time to slow down. Yeah, that's how it makes you feel like. And of course, over time, you've learned to control it. Now it's more, my reaction is positive. Like, I'm not going to get mad with nobody. Because semen retention can make you an asshole. There will be an asshole part on the journey because when you feel all this boldness and power in you, before you learn the wisdom of containing it, it will make you an asshole for a short period of time. And some guys have left the journey because of that. Oh, when I approach 2 months, I become like an asshole. I'm mad at everybody. I want to take everybody down. I want to kill everybody. Yeah. Well, now you need to learn wisdom to control that and have a more positive experience. Yeah, there was a time, man. I remember I was talking to people. It was all a fuck and shit. Fuck this shit. Matter of fact, you know what? I fuck you. Damn. And I was aware of it. I was like, whoa. I'm becoming it. This is a different beast. But I thank God I quickly applied my new wisdom, where now it's more like I want to get things done. I want to be positive, and I want to control myself and my environment, and be productive. You know, and if I do decide to get a pussy and murder that thing and beat it up in a controlled way, but not be an asshole no more. We channel the energy more positively now. So it does. And you are perfectly, that's the right statement. Yes. And if you know this principle, you're saved. If you know that when your energy is high, it's going to attract women who are ready to fuck. No lie. When your energy is low and you try to talk to a woman, please have a good day. But when that energy is high, like I am right now, you attract women. And even if those women are already in your life, the conversations that will be had during that moment will be ready conversations. I swear to you, this girl called me earlier in her bathroom, fully naked. It was video call, messenger, with the video up and down, showing, spreading, bringing down, bringing to her tits. And I was sitting right here in this chair with my pelvic floor throbbing, legs so hard. I'm telling you, I swear to you. And later on, again, she called saying, you sound so sexy. I think you just want to fuck. I think you're horny. And so, but that's the person who's been in my life, right? But the conversation today just went straight into sex, as opposed to before would have to, talk about other things, and then sex might just be one or two. No, that energy it can be felt. It can be felt. It traveled to her. And so subconsciously, she's ready. It tells her, he's ready. He's keyed up. Are you keyed up? Bam. It's a mating call. It does attract thoughts. It is a superpower. So now I think you have found out why my channel is called Men Superpower. It took a long time in meditation and processing for the revelation of men's superpower to drop into my mind. My channel used to be called Menskindgom, right? If you don't know, it used to be, I just don't want to get into boxing. I've thought about it, but I'm like, it might bring out outside of me a beast. You know how Mike Tyson talks about, that's what he was born for, and he gets an erection of thinking of beating the man up. I have a feeling if I get into boxing, that it's probably going to take me somewhere else that I don't want to go. Yeah, because I could see it becoming an addiction, like, okay, let's go spar. I want to go spar because my energy is high. Let's go spar. And then I walk around like with that mindset. Yeah, I've thought about it. Trust me, I've thought about boxing. Yeah, I know. I'm telling you, man. I guess how I do it is, it's been a lot of years. And I'm always learning. I'm always experimenting. I think that's how I do it. Now, I'm not sure which part exactly that question is referring to, but anything that I have said, whether it's the woman, the female calling me what I'm horny, and I'm telling you, if you learn this principle, ready to fuck women will show up in your experience when you are the most sexually pent up. You need to learn that principle. And so, you want to know one of my secrets? Get ready for it. One of my secrets to fuck a woman that I really want to fuck is right now. In this energy, I send her telepathic messages. I visualize her. I visualize me hitting it. Because, you know, we only choose the creme de la creme. Because now, hey, if we don't have sex, we ain't got no problem. We can go a long way without sex with the semen. So now we choose the best one. And so I don't talk much for sex now. Like, I'm not in a exclusive relationship, so I don't spend time talking much with a woman, because we used to spend a lot of time, awful amount of time with women. I don't. I create my attraction in my mind, but I wait when I'm feeling the energy more potently, like right now. And I send her the pictures, and I send her the messages, and I send her the subliminal messages. I visualize the actions and everything. I visualize me coming to that door, and we're inside, and I murder that pussy with no sign, no drip of cum, and I walk out. And I keep sending those manifestation, okay? This is very metaphysical right now. This is metaphysical. This is very esoteric. And then while visualizing, I let my dick get hard. I let my energy, I feel my energy in my body, and I contract my whole body and take all that energy and I send it her way. I guarantee you, not too long, I'm going to get a text message or a phone call from her wanting to see me. Like, okay, well, I mean, you know, yeah, we can put something together. And bam, just like I planned it. Because I don't have the time to do the regular beta male simp shit I used to do. That is, be on the phone for a long time, talking for a long time, trying to figure something out, I don't know. There's no need for that, because now I have power, and I have powers. I have tools I can use. I have tools of manifestation. I'm telling you, I don't put much physical action towards certain things like that. I don't. Even a simple thing as, for example, let's say even a simple thing as a roommate that I want. Let's say a roommate is making certain noise at certain time, and I want that to stop. Don't talk to him. It's not going to work. Do it in consciousness. Do it in my mind, with my energy. And when it hits his energy, he's going to make a decision to change his habit by himself. And then that solves the problem. I swear to you, this is mostly how I live. I have minimum conversations with people regarding things. This is no secret, but this is what they call the secret. These are some of the principles behind the secret. This is very esoteric. And yours truly is very esoteric. I have studied with one of the best secret societies, been in metaphysics and esoteric teachings for a long time. I've been meditating for a long time. So besides being an Aquarius, that means I kind of am connected to the universe. I kind of intuitively understand things like that. That's how I operate. I swear to you. Right now, I have a particular woman in my life that I want to get a certain message. There's something that I want to tell her. You know what I do? I text the message. I write the text and leave it there and send the text to her telepathically while it's written in my phone. I write the text in my notes, and I've been doing that for years. Write the text in my notes and leave it there and send it to her telepathically. Imagine she got it. She's reading it. She heard it. She got it. She understood it. And now she's about to take action based on that. But I never physically sent the text, and I never physically make the phone call. I never physically have the conversation. Listen, Kev, hold on. I'm gonna read you something. Ready? Communication can happen on many levels, not just through verbal conversation or body language. Communication can happen in the unseen worlds and translate into physical reality in surprising ways. For instance, the conversation you wish you could have with a problematic person in physical reality might best be had at the soul level in your meditations. Amazingly, these communications are heard by the other person, and responses to these communications are possible, even though the other person may or may not understand why he or she suddenly sees and has compassion for your point of view. Y'all need to pay me for this. I mean, it's my pleasure to share it for free, but at least somebody send me a super chat. This is the secret. This is what's been taught out there in seminars, in special sessions. Books are being written all over. And so that's communication. Ever since I've learned these principles, I really just have minimal conversations with people. I'm gonna tell you something. Most of my problems with people are solved at this level. I solve them in the unseen world without talking to them. Maybe some people are afraid of me. Maybe they feel like they can understand me because there seems to be something about me. I don't know. We never talk about it, but I just know what I know and how I move around. You want to know something? The most talking I've ever done with people was on PMO. You know how we talk about the brain being low on energy, and I was experiencing brain fog. That means I couldn't think straight. So therefore, I kept running my mouth, especially with a woman. Kept talking, blah, 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 being emotional, and she's saying, "Oh, you sound like a woman now. I feel like I'm a man. You're a woman because you're all emotional, talking all the time." Oh, yeah. But I know that wasn't true. The true me, it was porn. My energy was low. This is what you can do on semen retention. She talking about power of manifestation. Hell yeah, bro. Hell yeah. In short, yes. In short, yes. All you gotta do is think it, but you gotta have the power behind it though. If your energy is low, you won't have the frequency to keep it going. For example, when it's raining, right? When it's raining, your wireless may not work. The cell phone may experience some kind of, you know how a call can drop because the rain is interrupting the frequency, the wireless frequency, right? It's the same thing. So you don't want things to like a relapse to drop your energy, and now there's a rupture in your frequency where this part of energy is right here in your manifestation, and the other end, more like two roads linked by a bridge that has fallen. You don't have the bridge no more. There is a gap in your energy, and of course, it's going to take a longer time for you to build that bridge and then relink those two pieces of energy to continue your manifestation. So you must keep the manifestation. If you can see it in your mind's eyes, you can do it. I have been manifesting a lot of things. This chair, it's a beautiful white leather chair, office chair. I think it's about $250 brand new, right? But I got it for $30. I'm just using the chair as one of the many examples, because like right now, that's probably one of the things that you can see, right? Okay. I was driving on the road and something said, "Go to that Goodwill." I'm like, what do I need there for? I go in, I walk in, I saw a lady trailing this chair. Whoa, whoa, this is a white chair. I've been waiting to get a white chair from IKEA, but it was in the pandemic. I couldn't get one. They were out of stock. You couldn't get it. And I told the lady, that's a beautiful chair you have. She said, yeah, thank you. I don't know, how much is it? She said, $30. I'm like, damn, enjoy it. And I moved away and said to myself, okay, so then the spirit led me here for this chair. Guess what I did? When I walked in, I chose to go to the bathroom first instead of going to that area, to the area where the furniture is. Had I gone to the area straight, I would have gotten the chair before her. But I went to the bathroom. I interrupted the flow of my energy. By the time I went to that furniture area, she had the chair. And she's pushing that chair around. That baby looks so good. I'm like, this is it. That's what I need for my studio. Like, I was putting my stuff together for the studio. And I said, okay, but the battle is not lost. Her having it doesn't mean I can't have it yet. She's still here with it. Went to another corner and be quiet and thought to myself, well, what is the highest level action that I can take right now? Go over there and tell her the story and ask her to give you the chair, or even pay extra for it. Went straight. She was a white lady. I told her, do you know I actually came here for this chair? I didn't know it was here, but the spirit, the universe, God sent me here for it. I've been looking for a white chair. I've been waiting for IKEA. I need this chair. I come here for this chair. I give you an extra $10 for it. So I give you $40. She literally just pushed the chair toward me. She said, damn, you sound very determined, like you really want that chair. You need it more than me. You can have it. And she said, perhaps I was holding it for you. So, couple of things. My energy was high. It was already a manifestation, but my energy was high. Because normally, here is what we would do. Oh, she got it. It's a story of failure. I would leave and be like, man, I saw a chair that liked the one I'm looking for, but this lady got it. And I was like, man, I don't like telling failure stories. I don't. And so I will exhaust all of my options because I want a success story to tell, like I'm telling you right now. So manifestation, thank you, bro. Thank you. Thank you for that. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that. Yes, absolutely. And so, bro, so semen retention will improve my meditation. Absolutely. Of course, if you know the mechanics of those things, you will know. Your brain uses 15% of energy of your overall energy supply. When your semen is high, you have that energy. You're calmer, you're quieter. So you don't think that's going to improve your meditation? Hell yeah. You're less fearful, you're less anxious. You don't think that's going to improve meditation? If you're less anxious and less fearful and less all over the place, and you're feeling good in your body, you ain't got no joint, your joints are not hurting, don't you think that's going to help meditating? Hell yeah. You just got to know the mechanics. If you know the mechanics, if you know the different parts, you can put parts together to create a different whole. Yes, sir. Thank you. Appreciate it. Just like the Caballon says, when it's not just the Caballon, a lot of people have said that when the student is ready, the teacher will show up. Esoteric knowledge has been hidden until you're ready. When you're really ready, it's gonna show up. Just as Hermes from the 7 principles of the Hermetic principles says the lips of wisdom are closed except to the ears of understanding. It's another way of saying wisdom is mute except when your ears are ready to hear it. You got that? But yeah, I have to agree that in the physical realm, there have been many groups of people who did their best to hold esoteric knowledge back, just like the Bible. The Bible is very esoteric, very symbolic. But you know why the Bible is so common and everybody can have one, and Christianity is so prominent? Because they have found a way to make us take it literally. And so people are riled up about interpreting the Bible literally. It makes no sense when you interpret the Bible literally, but it makes all the sense in the world when you interpret it symbolically and esoterically. And people have said, which I concur, I agree, the only reason that the masses of the people have the Bible, it's because it was packaged as a Christianity to need a God to get people from believing in themselves and developing the spirit within. That's the only reason. But if they couldn't do that, we probably would never see a Bible. That's how powerful this thing is. Whereas I used my latest Bible the other night here. I was talking about a chapter in the book of Romans in the New Testament, chapter 5, 6, 7, but particularly 6, when the Apostle Paul says, I don't do what I want to do, I do the evil that I don't want to do. And if I keep doing what I don't want to do, then it is no longer I who do it, but a principle of sin that is within me. And I use that to talk about the power of the subconscious mind. For example, a man on semen retention can have, you're having wet dreams, and your subconscious mind can make you feel weak, even sick, so that you can find a way to release the semen. There's this principle in you that causes you to do things that you willingly don't want to do, but those are the things that you do, and the things that you do want to do, you don't do. And these metaphysical and esoteric principles have great implications for people who actually sit and learn them. One of them being me. I don't know if I could have made it to where I am right now. And where I am right now, I'm saying having personal power, having presence, having magnetism, like believing in myself, being a force of influence. Like, you mess with me, I'll change your life. Fuck with me for 5 minutes. That's all I need. And I don't even try. I'm going to leave you with something good. If no word, it'll be my energy. And so I don't think I could have achieved all of that without these teachings, without studying with the Rosicrucians. Of course, the Bible. I do have a bachelor in practical theology. I was being groomed to become a pastor in Christian church, Orthodox Christianity. Books like the Caballon, A Course in Miracles, the 7 principles of Hermetic principles. Shows me you can spend years studying one of these. The Kabbalah, Indian studies, Taoism, Hinduism. I believe in a spiritual person is more like an eclectic type of person, collecting and borrowing the best ideas from all of these really different representation of the same thing. That's what they are. They're different representations of the same thing. Taoism, Hinduism, Buddhism, Christianity, they're representations of the same thing, all seeking to tell the same truth, all seeking to make you aware of that higher reality within you, within yourself, your true self. And so this is why we're here sharing this information. But yeah, bro, I gotta be honest with you. I think I'm gonna take that off the wall. That was on my wall, so I'm gonna take it off the wall and actually leave it right here on my desk. Like there is a reason why I went for it, to reinforce the belief. And we're gonna leave it right here on the desk. I am firm believer, more than believer, a practitioner of telepathic communication, communication at the soul level, instead of engaging in physical blah, 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 which I used to do a lot on porn, especially with, exes. So we were we were esoteric tonight, a little bit different than inspirational. We talked about the power of controlling your thoughts and how you can change your state at any given moment by using your will to switch your thoughts from your current state to a more positive state. And you just do it arbitrarily. You just choose to do it. And we also talked about your brain having the power now on semen retention to help you do those things. And then we got into some manifestation discussion about you having the power. When the energy is high in you, you can hold all that energy, visualize something, send the thoughts out and the images from the visualization out to the person, to the circumstance, and wait for the answer. And that's how I mainly fuck. That's how I mainly have sex for the past, safely to say, 5 years, probably just a few months from being 5 years. And of course, the game just keeps improving. Now I do it way more than before. And it's for you, man. You can do it. So we're gonna have a short one tonight. So let me play my favorite song, my semen retention song. Not my song, but I believe these words describe a man on semen retention. If this is your first time here, just before that, if this is your first time here, you want to know what I stand for and what we do, here is what my work is, what I do, and what we stand for. And of course, if you want to work with me one-on-one, hang on and I'll be back. But first, if you are new to my channel, consider subscribing. I have nothing but practical insights and information for you if you are getting on NoFap and semen retention. If you browse my channel, I guarantee you will find videos that will help you on any stage that you may be on this journey, because I covered this journey entirely, because this journey is really made up of 3 stages, and I have covered all of the 3 stages. So do yourself a favor, subscribe, and also check my link for Patreon for a coaching opportunity with me. The guys that I have been coaching, their lives are being changed and expanded daily. I mean daily. So you could be one of them. If you're ready, I'm ready. Because I am excited and thrilled to help my brothers to become alive, dynamic, present, jovial, free as I am. Indeed. Go ahead and check it out. We have different coaching packages. Used to be only monthly, but I've recently added different packages. Like you can do text message only, you can do 1 call per week. Go and check it out, and trust me, it's a monthly charge of what some guys charge for one session. And for me, it's a monthly charge because I primarily just want to do the work because I need to speak. I need to get this information out. And so check it out. Definitely. I've seen a lot of changes. It's been a year and some months since launching on Patreon. It's been a success. I've seen a lot of changes, bro. I've seen a lot of changes. And I'm happy for those changes. So check that out. There is a link, there is a comment, a chat pinned on top of, at the very top of this chat. You can check it out, click on it and go to Patreon. And yeah, we can definitely work on NEO and have you experience that staying power where when a woman says she needs a quickie, you'll be like, what's that? What's a quickie? I need time because I practice NEO. I need time to get it going. And so here is the song.
All eyes on the way I vibe when I walk into the room. Wind blows underneath the soles of my brand new pair of shoes. I got the attention. I'm on a mission. No sweat in the way I step. I got a fresh new attitude. Oh my, my, my. Oh my, my, my. Call me a king. You can buy me a crown. Oh my, my, my. Oh my, my, my. I'm leveled up. And this is my world now. This is my world now. So anyone who tried to write me off, tell them they can go and write this down. This is my world now. New look, got the ladies shook. New watch saying it's my time. These magazines wanna feature me, cause they know I'm on the rise. Get the attention, I'm on a mission.
Cause ever since I fit that switch, my power can't be denied.
Oh my, 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 oh my, my, my. Call me a king, you can buy me a crown. Oh my, my, my,
Buy me a crown.
my, my. I'm leveled up, and this is my world now. This is my world now. So anyone who tried to write me off, tell them they can go and write this down. This is my world now. Get the attention. I'm on a mission. A man with a vision. Got a passion. Making it happen. Ready for action. And this is my world now. This is my world now. So anyone who tried to write me off, tell them they can go and write this down. This is my world now. So anyone who tried to write me off, tell them they can go and write this down. This is my world now. And this is my world now. And this is my world now. And this is my world now. This is my world now.
How do you like that? How do you like that? And so, my brothers, this is my world now. Ever since I flipped that switch, my power cannot be denied. Man, that energy is moving at the bottom of my balls, bro. especially every time I take a sip of that coffee. Yep, it's coffee at 12:30. I'm still gonna go to sleep. My mind is in order. My energy supply is good. I get drink coffee. In fact, I lay down with the coffee next to me on my nightstand because I check social media at the very last thing I do, and we, do correspondence before I lay down. I'm checking social media, communicating, replying to emails, and I'm sipping on my coffee. And then put the phone down, lay down, pull the cover over my head, and fall asleep. But this is my world now. I walk with a swag. I'm present. My moments are not insignificant anymore. It's a lot of power. Like she says, new watch is saying it's my time. Magazines want to feature me because they know I'm on the rise. Not quite yet, but I just did one podcast today. I recorded a podcast with a lady in UK who works with ladies. And yesterday, I was on a Facebook Live / podcast video with another lady who works with ladies. That one's already on YouTube, Facebook, and a podcast. So, you record one video, and the video they upload, and the audio goes into and goes into a podcast. Those things are happening because the people know it's my time. My time has come to release that information. My time has come to participate in helping to expand consciousness. And so those people want to feature me, just like he says. Might not be magazines yet, but it's a form of magazine, right? Because the posts are on Facebook, they're written, people are congratulating, people are watching and listening. It's a form of magazine. And really, Facebook and YouTube is way better than being featured in some magazines. And so, and then that presence, that idea of wind blows underneath of my brand new shoes. It's like when you walk with a swag and people are looking around, like some people are afraid of me and some look forward to seeing me. And so this is my world now. And I have to be honest with you, my brother. I am so humble, grateful, and happy that this is my world now. Because in a past life, in some past years, I was in deep shit, bro. On PMO, please, bro. On PMO, fucked up, emotional, all over the place, unfocused, can't keep shit going, can't follow through. I've been on YouTube for 15 months now, and I've been coaching. I launched on Patreon last year, and I've been sticking with it. Started with my phone at a park, all the way to building a studio, having all these fancy equipment, and now I'm able to, what that allows me to do, I'm able to create these contents with those other people without doing anything extra. Just do a virtual cam right here and use all my system, and I show up like whoa, you have a real I like this. You have your personal studio. Oh my God. Okay. Oh, and now all of a sudden the respect is different. I love your sound, and the respect goes up, and they want to see you again. They want to have you again. They want to tell you their colleagues and other creators about you. There was a time I couldn't do it because, man, all it takes was one PMO session. All it takes was going to bed at night, fap for 3-4 hours, and everything goes down the drain. Not replying to emails, not answering phone calls, not replying to text messages, not following through with appointments. I couldn't do it. So this is my world now. Even me telling you how I now manifest, of course, effortlessly, but I communicate telepathically and energetically with people at the level of the soul. I don't really I can stop a situation, I can start it, I can kill it, I can revive it, all with my thoughts in my consciousness. So you can see why I've licensed this song so I could play it everywhere I want for 1 year. I've paid Music Bed for this song, purchase a license to stream this song for 1 year. Because when I found that song, I was like, what? This is exactly what the men on Semen Retention experiences every day. And this is what I seek to bring you. That's the energy I seek to live with you. Because I know you guys say it. It's changing lives. I know it's changing lives. And that's why I do it. When you guys say it, you give me the feedback. I'm putting the feed forward, you give me the feedback, and that completes the loop. You know, it completes the communication. And that's actually one of the principles that I operate to create a business or to do something in the world. You put the feed forward and wait for the feedback. If you get no feedback from the world, they don't want that product. You need to go back to the drawing board. But when you get feedback, positive feedback, when somebody says, bro, your shit is good, please stay the course. We need you, we want you. It doesn't boost my ego. It's more like, okay, so I guess the product is really good. Okay, so I'm not delusional. Because, you know, we believe that we have our best products for ourselves, right? But we still need feedback from the outside world to confirm that our product is good. And then we're like, oh, well, I guess I'm not delusional though. Because it's my product, I'm going to think highly of it. But when you tell me it's changing your lives, when you tell me, last night, a guy comes online here and he said he just finished watching my live of 3 hours, 46 minutes and some seconds. He literally wrote all the time down. He says 3 hours, 46 minutes and some seconds. He just finished watching all of that. I have guys who I've been having comments lately, dude, I've been binging on your lives because they're so long and they're full of life-changing information in between. And it's becoming an addictive thing. And I can see how they can be addictive because I think to myself, if I were to watch one live and this guy is talking all of these things that I talk about, I would want to stay there and go for another one because I would feel like I have a mentor walking with me. I have a guy speaking life in my ears, walking with me through these lives. And so when the world gives you a feedback based on your feed forward, that completes the deal. It completes the transaction. They say, perfect your game, but you're good. Keep going. And so this is why I'm here. We're going to call it quit early. I never want to go. Because the speaking or the speaker backs, the chatter backs never stops. But it's good stuff, of course. But it never stops. But everything has a beginning and an ending. All good things must come to an end. But really, it's just for now. I've been telling you, for those of you who are regulars, I go live on Monday night and Tuesday night. Now, because Wednesday through Sunday I have other business activities, I can't do a good live. I leave the house early and come back late. But Monday and Tuesdays are my content creation, collaboration, coaching days, mainly coaching days. Like several coaching sessions on Mondays and Tuesdays. Like minimum is 4, like 5, 6, 7, back to back, hour after hour. Just take 15 minutes to eat something and use the restroom. and then throughout the week, through text messages and, little check-in phone calls, 5-10 minutes right here and there, throughout the week, throughout the days. This is my world now. My brother, please do me a favor. Take good care of yourself. Remember, you are king. You are king. The power lies within. Keep your semen. Hold your head high. Walk around with your shoulders square. No matter what you're faced with, semen retention got you. Why? Because semen retention is really your life force. God power within you, the divine presence within you. It's libido. And so you are on the right path. This is the best path for you. Everything you could hope to be, have, and do and achieve, this is your foundation for that. And so stay on the journey. Until next time, namaste and peace. You are on the right path. You are on the right journey. The journey of self-discovery, the journey of self-love, the journey of self-empowerment. Stay on this journey.